data that the drone is able to capture. Now with Swamitva scheme coming into play, we're able to get XY, basically highly accurate data, which gets converted into something called a digital property card. In some states it's called a Gharoni. So all landowners, who did not have property cards or who did not have proper documentation are now coming in an institutional ambit. ये सारे लोगों को अब कल को बैंक जाना है या उसके अगेंस्ट कोई लोन उठाना है. So this eases the access to their own, authenticity of their own documents. So it's a landmark scheme in that moment. And then incidentally, one of the drones that we have, Star Edge, was qualified by SOI to conduct this service. Going forward, in fact, in 2020 to 23, again, we kept opening up new training schools. We opened Punjab's first at Chandigarh University. Then we tied up with some GIS companies to execute Swamitva project, which I just shared with you all. We started survey mapping. Our first state that was given to us by Survey of India was Uttar Pradesh, where our drones and our pilots ended up going and executing these surveys using these drones and create these maps. These maps are given back to Survey of India, and after which they sit with the Land Record Department to make digital property cards. Drone Destination also ended up becoming NSDC's first official drone training partner in November of 2022, and opened up our 10th training school also with IFCO at their Phulpur plant in Allahabad. Next, 2023-2024 came, and this probably was our milestone year in the last 5 years journey. Drone Destination did go public with a highly oversubscribed IPO in July of 2023. Then ended up, going forward, we ended up opening a center of excellence with IIT Patna. And then when the new drone rules came in, some of our new drones started to get type certification as well. Incidentally, at the same time, Drone Destination also won its first independent private contract from AP government to digitize again the state of Andhra Pradesh. So this was a contract we won for the service, standalone by ourselves. Later, we got the type certification for something called AgriStar 2.0. All these drones that you see here are all DGCA approved. So, after the show, you can all come and have a glimpse of these drones as well. So this marked our foray into the agri space. So far, Drone Destination was doing training, it was doing survey mapping, and in 2020-24, just about in the last 6 months, we've also ventured majorly into agriculture. Initially, starting with our type certified drone called the AgriStar drone, and then did a massive rollout with IFCO starting November of 2023, where we deployed 200 of our drones and 200 of our pilots to carry out agri spray demonstrations in the state of UP, incidentally again, for the Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra. That Yatra you may have seen several times covered as well, where we were basically introducing this technology to the farmer. So we covered 30,000 odd gram panchayats during these demonstrations. And also additionally, we have played a massive role in the last 4 months in a project called Namo Drone Didi scheme. So there are 15,000 drones to be distributed to these drone Didis, which are selected from self-help groups. We on our side are playing a major role on the training of these Didis, and of course going forward even in the sales of these drones to these Didis. So that's another scheme that we're actively part of. And we also received our first order to deliver drones to a fertilizer company called Chambal Fertilizers to deliver these agri spray drones. So to give you a perspective, today as we stand today, we have kind of rebranded our skilling program, and we're calling it Drone Kaushal. So all our skilling courses, we offer the widest range of skilling courses, right from DGCA certified drone training to industrial application based training. किसी को सर्वे का पायलट बनना है, किसी को एग्रीकल्चर स्प्रे का पायलट बनना है, किसी को इंस्पेक्शन करना है, तो उसके बाद they can come and enroll for our application based courses. And then we're also started off drone technician courses. So while there are many courses available to fly drones, there aren't as many to maintain and repair drones, which is another field force we will all need. So that's why under this ambit we're covering multiple different skilling solutions. And to give you a quick glance of where we are today, what we've done so far. So in 2023, we did our own analysis, and a drone destination flight took off every 12 minutes last year, which also involved training more than 2,500 drone pilots, more than 750 drone instructors, clocking more than 10,000 hours on our drone. This is probably the most mature drone which has been tested on ground, on field in real life time. Not in R&D but outside in the field. And then we train more than 650 Namo drone DDs and currently present at 12 locations. To take this journey forward of skilling, we are also today venturing into a space called, this is just a glimpse, you can get a sense of what was happening here. Of course, we have many fun experiences to share from how our interactions were of these ladies who came from, households where they've never seen books for last 15 years. और सीधा हमारे फील्ड पे पहुंच गए ड्रोन सीखने के लिए. So in the interest of time, we can share those experiences later. But it was a phenomenal experience both for our instructors and ourselves to see how passionate these women were in picking up this topic called drones, learning how to fly and then going back to their households and carrying agri-sphere operations. So it's a remarkable story and something that we will 3 years down the lane, everyone's going to look at it very proudly from an Indian perspective. So, like I mentioned, from skilling, we are moving also and adding a new vertical today, and that's bringing it out to you for the first time, called Drone Shiksha, where we're introducing drone education and STEM-based courses in schools and colleges. So we have 3 simple keywords here that we're going to follow when we talk about education: build, code, and fly. We're going to teach all newbies, all new students, new learners to build drones. We're going to teach them how to code on them drones, and then of course we're going to teach them how to fly these drones. So this is to start them early. So these courses will start right from 3rd grade, will go up until 12th grade, and even earlier diploma college courses can also enroll for these education-based courses. So someone who's looking to make a career out of it could start with this as to get themselves acclimatized to the drone technology. Outside of training and education, we do have our long suite of services that our drones execute. So our drones can do survey mapping, surveillance, agriculture spray, asset inspection, urban mapping, LiDAR surveys, mining and precision agriculture. So there are a plethora of applications that going forward Drone Destination are also going to take large scale projects on, especially on this urban mapping piece that you see here, where currently our drone has qualified to map and do 3D mapping of smart cities and eventually make digital twins. So it's a new vertical from traditional survey to 3-dimensional survey that's going to come through urban mapping as well. Quick recap again over the last 2 years. In Swamitva scheme, we've mapped more than 15 million या 15 लाख एकड़ से ऊपर हमने area map कर रखा है, जिसके eventually property cards convert होके बन रहे हैं. इस पे to do this we had a team of 40 plus pilots and our own vehicles which were deployed. As you see there's a van on the bottom. That's the van that ends up taking our pilot and all the survey machinery. So unlike other drone companies, incidentally, everything we do is in-house. Our drones, our pilots, our machinery, so there is no reliability on any third party. It's a full integrated setup that we offer. Similarly, on an agriculture front, in Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra with IFFCO, we did more than 30,000 gram panchayats were covered for agri-drone demonstrations to introduce this technology to the farmers, and we deployed more than 200 pilots and co-pilots with our own vehicles again to execute this project. So this is where we stand today. And what I would now like to pass, the mic and the dais to Mr. Alok Sharma, who is the chairman of the company. He will explain to you what we are intending to do in the future and how we intend to recast in ourselves. So over to you.
Thank you, Chirag. It was quite, I must admit. Otherwise, we can go on this subject for a little longer than this. So, in terms of, if you would have heard Chirag thus far, we being present at 12 locations and largely being the lead player of training for the last 2-3 years. So most of the times, if there is a recall of ours, it is the recall is this is a training company. So anybody that you would meet, and I will give you a small, in one of these conferences at PhD chambers. So Chirag was standing somewhere, and everyone else was saying hello Chirag, and another person came in and said, okay, you are Chirag, we know, but what does your company do? So the guy said that it is like asking a gamer, what does a PlayStation do? So Drone Destination should be known, it's more known as a training company all over than everything else that we do. You may have seen that largely the Viksit Bharat Yatra and Swamitva that we are doing is out somewhere, which is not seen by anybody. The people are doing their job and then just moving on. Training is something for which people come to us and they get trained. And anybody who has to do anything with drones in the country, imagine that we have trained more than 80% trainers who are training other pilots who are doing any of this service. So which essentially means everyone is somehow related to us on the training front, whosoever is there in the drone industry, whether it is a drone manufacturer, a service provider, a person who is making his career, is linked to us. So we have that common link via training. So that is how we have been known thus far. But what we now want to do is that, listen guys, we are not just a training company. In fact, we are the largest integrated company that you are not familiar with. And that is one of the purpose of today's meet, that we are not a training company. Hey guys, can we see who we are? It is time for us to tell you that we are not just training company, we are everything drones. This message that we are not just a training company, we are everything drones. Of course, we did some kind of a survey, we can leave that out, and that's how we see ourselves now. And what we see essentially going forward, and that's important because we have now been out in the market right at the ground level, that we see that in future, what is happening is that drones are going to get deployed, but there is no provision yet of an after-sales service network. So it will be important for someone to do or to lay out an after-sales service network as well. So that is we are going to take a major leap and install the largest after-sales service network of the country, like we have done the largest training network of the company. The next phase for us is the largest after-sales service network. But we said, okay, if we have to do many things, we have to become largest, but like that. So what are we going to do? Another thing that we realized was that going forward, these 15,000 drones which were announced on 15th of August last year by Prime Minister himself, which are going to be given to these NRLM women called drone didis. Now these drones, these are coming from villages. So it is very hard for them to travel distances. Recently we had, of course, drone didis coming from Odisha, West Bengal, also to our Manesar facility. Some of them, of course, went to Patna, some of them, but many of them also came to Manesar all the way. We don't think, but they were accompanied by their brothers, husband or someone else. There was always someone accompanying them. So we realized that going forward, there would be a need of having training centers closer to people. You cannot just have few centers and expect people to travel distances. It takes time, it is an effort, it costs money. So we think we will have to go closer to people to train as well. So in addition to after-sales service, you have to go take your training also further down. The third thing is that that what is going to happen is, I don't know how much are you familiar with this agri-drone revolution which is going to happen. I will take 2 minutes extra on this particular subject. So the government of India has been spending more than 2 lakh crores every year on fertilizer subsidy. I'm just taking some kind of a number out there. So this 2 lakh crore is largely, so for example, the government buys a urea bag for about 3,000 rupees, I'm just taking some numbers, and sells it to the farmer for 266 rupees. So everything else is a subsidy which is going down. Now in pursuit of somehow reducing the dependence on this kind of an activity, they had mandated IFCO earlier that can we bring some technology and reduce this cost. So about 2 years back, IFCO did come up with a technology of using nanotechnology to convert a 45 kg urea bag into half a liter of nano urea. So this was a landmark development for the country. That's important to understand. And essentially which meant was that you normally require 1 urea bag for 1 acre. On a standard, some people do over urification, that is different. But normally it is 145 kg bag in 1 acre is urea required for at different times of the spray period. Now this is getting converted to half a liter of nano urea. Now the cost of making, I am not going down to the cost of making this nano urea, but it is substantially lower than the price at which it is sold, and it is sold for 225 rupees. So imagine that the government is already looking at substantial savings of foreign exchange, of moving all this, on the railway freight, moving this 45 kgs bag all around, and this bag requires about 150 liters of water, and you require lots of electricity to take this water out. There is subsidy everywhere in all of this. This can easily be replaced by using half a liter of nano urea, and now they have taken it step forward and also brought in nano DAP, the potash side. So now they have two products, which is nano urea, nano DAP, and also a Sagarika, another chemical, which they have, which can be combined and produces great results. So somehow they discovered that we have something great possibility of reducing this dependence on foreign exchange, reducing cost for the country, and using this money for something great. And that is why then it was figured out that okay, we have got this nano now sprayable story, so it can be done by a handheld machine, but a handheld guy would do about 1 acre, 1.5 acre in a day. So what is a better technology to use? So that is when drones came into picture. So what a person can do in 1.5 acres a day, a drone can do 30 acres a day. That's one thing. Another thing is they are not subjected to those fumes which come out of spraying, this kind of thing. So effectiveness of drones in agriculture is massive. That's what government realized, and they said it is probably time for us to now move drone adoption way into agriculture. We have 6.5 lakh villages. So technically one drone is good for a village, for if they have, you have got 750 to 800 acres in a village. Normal villages are more than that. So one drone can easily service 750 to 800 acres multiplied by about 6 sprays average. So if they can do 4,000, 5,000 acres and you are good to go. So technically we have 6.5 lakh villages. So the potential of doing drone adoption and going forward is 6.5 lakh agricultural drones alone, which essentially would mean at least 13 lakh people to be trained if there are 2 people, on a fallback basis at least. So that is the large potential. It will of course depend upon adoption by the farmers. So you would see beginning this year, the government has introduced from their side, okay, give it for free to 15,000, practically free. They are giving 80% subsidy, rest 20% will come from Agri Interfund Fund. So, but practically at a very low cost, or there is a skip in the game, 20%, but largely that. So give it to women, because this can be, incidentally, this big drone, agriculture drone it's like a mobile phone. It can be flown by women, why not? So it is women inclusion, rural women inclusion, out in the agriculture, and creating livelihood right at the rural level, and also benefiting the farmer and the farmer. It's a huge win-win-win for everything. But these drone didis need to be trained. They are just 15,000 or 30,000 at this point in time. So there has to be someone else who needs to come and play some role, which essentially means there will be big drone spray service requirement in the country going forward. You would need companies which will provide drone spray on demand. So that is why that is where we see now ourselves. So we found these problems and we said, okay, what is the solution to get out of these problems? And that is where we found a brilliant solution. We call them, and we have, can we have the next slide please? Which offers everything drones. A drone hub is offering everything drones. You can buy drones from them, you can get after sales service done, you can get your training done from them, you can get your agri spray services done from them. If you have survey requirements out of them, they would give everything to you. So these are drone hubs, and in addition to fixed location drone hubs, we are also introducing drone hub on wheels, which means that Now the drones would be accessible, moving drone hubs, offering everything drones. And we have a small video which we will now play to show you what does
a land cover of 33 lakh square kilometers, of which 16 lakh square kilometers is agricultural land. Connected via 63 lakh kilometers of road network to service 1.44 billion people. We present to you a game change initiative in revolutionizing India's digital agriculture. We are Drone Destination, an everything drones company offering full spectrum drone solutions. To make drone technology accessible and affordable, Drone Destination has introduced Drone Hub on Wheels, the first ever pan-India integrated service network offering drone sales, repairs and maintenance, drone services and training. Our Drone Hub on Wheels are championed by our drone heroes who wear 3 hats facilitating reliable full-spectrum drone services. Our Drone Dost assists in drone spray and services as well as drone demonstrations for drone sales. Our Drone Doctor assists in maintenance and servicing of drone to ensure drones are up and running. And our Drone Guru helps in imparting training and spreading awareness about the drone technology. We emphasize on everything drones. Drone Destination aims to build the largest network of drone hub on wheels in India. It targets to open 1,000 hubs by 2026, keeping focus on cost effectiveness, service efficiency and turnaround time. As the largest drone sales serves the country. Drone Destination, everything drones.
That drone fixed. Imagine the gap. By that time, वो spray season आना निकल गया, वो जब तक ठीक होके आया. So it's a huge gap when we talk about even doing after sales support to this entity. So we have noticed our sector, because it's still in that startup phase and maturing, requires some mature hands to come in with an integrated solution which can match the pace at which the country is willing to adopt the drones. And that's the reason why we had to introduce a model which is on wheels. So it's not dependent on just one fixed asset. But for us to scale quickly, this could be 1,000 in 2 years, this could be 5,000, we can keep going. But as long as we're keeping the end customer in mind, that's the whole mindset, to become as accessible, close to the customer as possible and available for them throughout their journey. Yeah.
So we have one more slide which will tell you how we aim to do all of this. You've already seen. Can you see? So this, when we explain this, we say this largest network of drone hubs with everything drones, backed by strategic partnerships with 2 of our companies, Hubble Fly Technologies and Hubble Fly Batteries. These are key for us to move at a very fast pace. They are essential because we have to have supply chain reliability, means we go out and go out in the market and we have nothing to back up. This is very important for us to have supply chain reliability both for drones as well as for their battery. Battery is the fuel. It is like having a petrol. Without battery, none of the drone would work. So it is important for us to have a control on that. That's what we are doing, have supply chain reliability. And obviously, if I am closest to the customer, my unit cost of providing him service is the lowest. That's what the essential part is. Finally, you have to bring down the cost of the service, because otherwise logistic cost, time cost, all those costs come and kick in. So we say that we are very strongly focused on price efficiency, because we are now dealing with farmers in this case and probably other services going forward as well. And since I am available closer to you, I can fix the drones when they go out of action in the fastest possible time. So we will provide the fastest turnaround time. So it is not that I have sold the drone and what Chirag said, you come after 14 days when the spray season is over. we think that we will be able to offer a turnaround time of less than 24 hours. We are going to aim for an 8 hours turnaround time going forward. But as of now, we are saying let's go to 24 hours turnaround time. That's good enough for us for the services that we are going to provide. That's how we see ourselves going forward in this particular space. So drone, largest network of drone hubs, offering everything drones at the best possible price and a great turnaround time. So that is all encompassing what a drone company ecosystem can offer. That's what we are offering, a complete whole picture. That's where we are. This completes our serious side of the business. This was the serious side. We also have a fun side that we want to introduce today. And incidentally, that's I don't know how many of you may have even heard of a word that we are going to introduce today. So, are we ready for the next slide, please? Okay, the word is drone soccer. I don't know if you guys have an association in lines of FIFA called FIDA. We are actually very grateful that our FIDA director is here today with us. He is here. We will of course invite him soon. And this is an international body. This international body is going to run drone soccer internationally. So there is an association which has been formed called Drone Soccer Association of India. So Drone Soccer Association of India, in partnership with FIDA, is going to offer drone soccer, and the first sponsor and someone who is accelerator of this association is Drone Destination. So Drone Destination will take it, like you have seen that we are going everywhere. So it is important for us to go to schools, colleges, and go to as close to the customers as possible. So Drone Soccer Association will use Drone Destination Network to proliferate this sport across India. That's what is the association and relationship all about. So this, incidentally, Drone Soccer Association is the founding member of Drone Soccer. We are having the first official opening of Drone Soccer in India tomorrow. But as of now, I would request FIDA Director, Mr. So, to please come on our stage for a little while. So, if you can join us, please. On mic, please. Welcome, sir. Yes, please.
Mr. So is on the founding board of this FIDA sport that we're talking about here. So what we'll ask him to give you a quick glimpse of what this sport is, and also play a video after he's explained.
Please.
So just to give you a perspective of what the new Indian youth is all in for. Please.
Okay. Drone Soccer has been founded in Korea in year 2016. Since then, in Korea, we have been putting a lot of effort to settle down the drone soccer and develop and also the ecosystem for the drone soccer. And we found that a lot of partners in overseas global countries are interested in drone soccer. So we have founded Federation of International Drone Soccer Association, FIDA, in year 2020. And I was very glad to have Drone Destination and DSAI as first member of the FIDA in year 2023. So currently we have 20 country membership partners, and they are very excited about drone soccer, because drone soccer is drone itself is a symbol of the fourth industrial revolution, and it can be used for entertainment, but at the same time it can also be used for the education. A lot of countries are trying to educate drones in schools, and drone itself, it can be fun, but by doing a drone soccer, it can be more active. And furthermore, there are a lot of coding and programming education being done in schools. So FIDA have adapted STEM education to drone soccer. So we expect that in India also that drone soccer can be very popular and can train India players and children with the STEM education. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. So we now at least give you a glimpse of what is drone soccer all about. And all of you who are interested in seeing live action, which is going to happen first time in country, that is happening tomorrow at the Grand Hotel. We have a big function there. We take off at drone destination. So we are going to conduct our opening ceremony and some friendly matches between India and Korea beginning tomorrow evening. So you are all cordially invited to even be part of those celebrations, and anyone who is interested, then you can take the details. The details are simple. The drone soccer activity starts at about 8 o'clock in the evening tomorrow, and then of course it will continue because we will introduce the drone simulator also, drone soccer simulator also. They are small for children drone soccer, big players, league players drone soccer. There are different levels of drone soccer. So you will see many facets of drone soccer being unleashed tomorrow. That's how I will show you the big drone soccer ball,
This is the big drone soccer ball. This
and
is
I will show you the
actually,
small one.
This is actually the competition ball. Essentially,
Okay.
this
So
is-
come.
Yeah. So the Korean government has invested, millions of dollars on perfecting this technology to ensure that when these drones are flying in the air and even when they're clashing with each other, they don't break. And even if they break, you can fix them. So it's the art and the IP lies in this whole frame as well. And these are high-speed flying drones in an indoor arena. We're just going to look at the entrance, a video of this. So this is what's going to open a new avenue for the country and for the people. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Vikas.
Please visit tomorrow's event.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this is just. We also would like to announce India's first drone soccer league. That's happening in November 2024. Now this is in partnership with FIDA. This is going to be an international competition in November 2024. And what is happening is that over the next 12 months or to 18 months, we are going to train lots of drone soccer players. And we are supposed to participate in the first ever drone soccer World Cup happening in Korea. And this is the drone soccer 2025 FIDA World Cup happening first time ever in an exclusive stadium built just for drone soccer in Korea. So we are going to set a new game. We have heard of Olympics, FIFA, and other sports as well, tennis and everything else. And incidentally, I'm sure you would have probably been tracking, I've been following a bit, that I heard we are interacting with e-gamers. And I was told one time that we have 80 crores e-gamers. And then another number was some 45 crores, but doesn't matter, 45, 80, whatever that number is. We have a very large population of e-gamers. We have a lot of people who are interested in sports. But this sport is interestingly can be played by even less weight, overweight, male, female, young, old, anybody can play this game because it is skill. You can even sit on your chair and play this game. You are sitting outside if you are adept at that. So this will take people out from that whole, sitting in front of a computer or a mobile phone and bring them to a physical world, which probably has been one of the greatest issue of today's parents as well. That's, our kid is only on the screen. So why just on the screen? Get the same thrill or better thrill in a physical environment. That's what, and then learn a skill, learn a new technology, and get going. So your trade, your kid, your children, and also adults, according to me, lots of adults, we are going to make them, as we call, future ready. So this sport is doing academics and sports fun, and also making large population future ready, whilst keeping them very happily engaged. So thank you very much. This completes our today's presentation. I hope you liked it. We are now open to questions and answers, but our invitation for tomorrow stands. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Thank you so.
I leave this in SEO, so every time these phrases come up, we think of drone destination.
Everything drones. Still say everything drones.
So one thing
Mike, please.
company was listed. Is it
Drone destination.
Okay. So in terms of the training arm and
Services.
the other services arm, what's the ratio between the proportion between the two?
So for the last couple of years, it has been 50-50. Training 50, services 50. That's going to change going forward.
Yes. And now say some of the earlier projects like the AP Land Records. And how was this, the drone manufacturing was a business Hubblefy was doing. But a project like AP Land Records that even involved software applications around GIS mapping. So were you working on a consortium mode with some other GIS service provider, or are you directly competing against the likes of ESRI or any other GIS provider?
Okay.
So how was that model?
Okay. So till the Andhra Pradesh contract came up, we were working with someone, with few GIS companies. But the model in that, when we were working there, was that we will do everything. We still wanted to learn the ropes. We said, okay guys, we will give you royalty. So you enjoy the royalty, but we want to learn this business ourselves. And thankfully, because they did not understand drones, they accepted our terms. Okay, so I would say that we are very thankful to them for helping us getting initiated into this. So we at Drone Destination are capable of not only just picking up flying the drone, but we do all our software ourselves. We do right up to what is called ORI, and digital elevation models. So we do all of that, and we give that as back to someone like Andhra Pradesh State Land Records.
So that means the integrated hub that you are talking about now,
Right.
that will be a direct competitor for every player in the overall drone ecosystem, be it a manufacturer or a GIS service provider, right?
Okay, you probably would have noticed one thing which we are still not sure, taking a call, whether we will open our network to others or not. Whether we say that, guys, let me be a very industry friendly person, I will offer this. So we might offer that strategically, means people who strategically fit in with us. Some things that we are not doing, those guys are doing. We will offer this network of sales, after sales and services. What is happening, we realized when we were doing this project of Swamitva as well, that all people picked up the projects and outsourced it to someone else. So we saw, okay, everyone is, so they thought that, GIS companies in particular, that listen, we don't understand drones, which is true. It's a complex, that machine is definitely, so far they have been dependent on satellite data, process that data, they were not flying any machine, there was nothing happening for them, they were just doing data crunching, so they were unfamiliar with this execution activity. That's where we came in. We kind of dirtied our hands in this, and today we are the go-to company. for everyone. In Swamitra's team, for example, we work with practically every company which has taken a contract.
But when you
Thankfully, if you probably would have heard Chirag also in the beginning, we were amongst the first few to get DGCA authorization for manufacturing. We were definitely the first to get DGCA authorization for starting training. Okay, so we think we are adept not only in, because we understand, I personally come from an aviation background about 35, 38. From the time Indian skies were thrown open, I've been part of aviation myself. So we understand this regulation, compliances, all that is required to be done, and that gives us a little leg up. Chirag was part of the committee which was formalizing, and we today still are, which formalizes how to go about it, whether it is a syllabus or a training program or anything else. So he's been sitting on such committees which drafts this regulation. So this is important.
To answer that question, so it's of course when we talk about the ambit, we're not talking every single service that's out there. Of course, we pick our own. We have our own vision in terms of where we want to focus instead of getting too carried away. But having said that, the fundamental idea here is that most drone companies are still looking for arms. They all want to scale. They're looking for arms, and they don't have that. So incidentally, with us, when we mobilize these vehicles and these drone hubs on wheels, they will see us as a friend and as a collaborator. And like Alok sir mentioned, if there's a service I may not be doing, but they can always, we can shake hands and piggyback on our network to offer those full spectrum service solutions. And on the regulatory front, incidentally, because yes, so we have certain visibility in terms of what's coming. It's an interesting part about our industry is here the regulator talks to industry on an everyday basis. They seek inputs. They don't just throw out a blanket policy in your face and the next day the industry shuts. No. So it's a very collaborative, cohesive environment with R&D, academia, industry. They all come together to understand, look, this is the challenge. And this challenge needs to be sorted out in the best fashion. We don't want to go back to the license Raj world. In 2022 February, Feb 2021, there was an act that came, or a US rules that came. You may have heard of the rules. They got scrapped in 3 months. Why? Because for everything at that time in US rules, आपको 25 license लेने पड़ते थे. Those 25 licenses got cut down to simply 5 different licenses for 5 different entities. And very simple, just a quick for everyone's knowledge. You want to become a manufacturer, you have one form. You apply, you're a manufacturer, you apply. Okay, you want to issue drones in your name, like you want to, okay, go ahead and register yourself. You want to transfer, sale, lease, gift something, please go ahead, that's the form number 3. You want to become a pilot, apply form number 4. You want to open a training school, form number 5. These 5 forms run the entire civil aviation, this whole drone ecosystem. So it's that simple. And going forward, which we ourselves are, even on the training side, there is something called beyond visual line of sight. So today, as we speak, our own Indian ecosystem is restricted to visual line of sight flying. But a lot of benefits of drones will come when they do 200, 300, 400 kilometers, where the connectivity is good. We have something called a UTM, Unmanned Traffic Management, in place, which can monitor the number of drones in the airspace, where they're flying, who's owning it, who's flying it, all those details. So that ecosystem is getting developed and the policy at the same time is getting developed. So once this comes in, that opens up a complete new Pandora of what all drones can do.
So my last question was the localization part of the training that you mentioned. Now going beyond Manesar, what are the plans?
We are already present at 12 locations. And we intend to get to 26. So this year.
This year.
Yeah, we intend to get to 26. But there is one is certified training. One is rest everything training. So rest everything training will be offered through these drone hubs. The certification part for that, you please come to this 26 certification. But you can get trained and skilled through these people who are. So each of this, you probably saw that all our pilots, all are getting trained to give drone services, not only agri-spec but also survey mapping and some others. Each one of them is getting trained to repair and maintain drones. Each of them is getting trained to do spray activities. Each one of them is getting trained to impart skilling to others. So this is what, so this team of 2, we call them our new heroes. We call them differently. when they wear a hat of a farmer's friend, we call him drone toast. If he is doing a maintenance, we are calling him a drone doctor, not engineer this time. A drone doctor, you come and fix it, man. It's easier term for the rural folks, doctor. And then if you want a training, so drone guru is like so much easier on your head. So this guy wears 3 hats, and he just changes sometimes clothes, sometimes doesn't change the clothes. And you can do it in day, night. So this guy is going to be available every time. In fact, we have made a new jingle for him. Okay, for this guy to move in, which we could not do today because that jingle is available, but we don't have a video to support that jingle. But that jingle is very interesting. Should you be wanting to hear it? I don't know if you have the recording of it. It's a 2-3 minutes jingle. If you have time, we can probably easily play that as well. You would love it because we have it.
We move on for slow jazz, I think.
Yeah, let's get to. So this is something that you
So
would enjoy.
essentially, when we were developing this jingle, the idea again, like I said, we want to do a customer-centric, keep a customer-centric approach, a farmer-centric approach when we especially do the agri ecosystem. So the jingle is playing is to connect with that person. Ask it.
So please.
अभी यहाँ तो अभी वहाँ फसलों को मैं चमकाता हूँ मैं हूँ उड़न खटोला यारों फुर फुर कर उड़ जाता हूँ अभी यहाँ तो अभी वहाँ फसलों को मैं चमकाता हूँ ना बहने दूंगा पसीना ना रहने दूंगा बीमारी आवाज लगा देना मुझको कर दूंगा हर मुश्किल सारी मैं हूँ उड़न खटोला यारों फुर फुर कर उड़ जाता हूँ अभी यहाँ तो अभी वहाँ फसलों को मैं महकाता हूँ बदल रहा है भारत देखो बदल रही इसकी काया तुम भी कुछ बदलो सीखो मत करो वक्त को यूं जाया ढूंढ दोस्त को अपना कर अब तुम भी बन जाओ गुलाम पूछो बताओ देना जब दुनिया करे तुम्हें सलाम मैं हूँ उड़न खटोला यारों फुर फुर कर उड़ जाता हूँ अभी यहाँ तो अभी वहाँ जादू करके दिखलाता हूँ
So we'll keep the manufacturing side separately. We will do a Hubblefly press conference separately. Hubblefly is on its own journey, and to give you a glimpse, just a quick one, that also would aim for the lowest cost ever derived at some point, but we'll talk about it later. So there are investments in the factories and what else is going on in Hubblefly. Drone destination, and the reason of our confidence and the reason for this everything drones across largest network was, we realized that we would require money. It won't happen without capital. That's where we went and did our IPO last year. So this was, as Chirag mentioned, the highest subscribed IPO of that time. It was oversubscribed by 192 times. And incidentally, the share price at which we issued was 65 rupees on 21st of when we issued it. And I don't know what's the current price. Would somebody tell me, please? 225. Oh well, that's where we are. From 65 to 225. That's the journey of the stock. This is not that money is not coming to me. Some more money would come to me separately. But largely, in terms of we raised the funds. All of that money as of now is getting invested back into the company to make these drone hubs. And if you see that drone destination is a service company. So all its assets are going to be drones and the vehicles and some of the base stations which are required. Some bit of computers which are required to do data processing for survey work. That's largely how the money gets deployed. So in essence, and rest is all working capital that is required by the company. That's how we also went into the stock market. We said that we required this much money and this is how we are going to use it. So we raised, in between pre-IPO, IPO, we raised close to about 55, 58 crores. The IPO money was about 42 crores, 43 crores, something like that. And we have been using that money to grow and take us this far. And we'll see how we go forward.
On the agriculture side,
first and foremost is the technology capable of handling it.
Answer is yes, definitely. That's why, when I went to meet So and everyone else in Korea, to give you an idea, I went to their agriculture universities and met their agriculture department of Korea. They said that 100% of spray, 100% of chemical usage in Korea on paddy, they said, was done by drones. So they have 100% adoption. In fact, they have another problem. There is a pilot union there, which decides 6 monthly rates. They have a different kind of problem. We are still away from that particular problem. So the technology is efficient. Now in terms of whether how much droplet, this droplet, that's all taken care of. That's not a problem. The farmers' resistance is definitely a problem. But if you really see, we get mixed reactions. When you go to southern India in particular, where the labor is acutely short. You don't find, you have to finish this spray activity within 15 days and you are still waiting for someone to come from northeast. There you have much of northeastern labor out there. They say that manpower is not there. So for them it is saving. So any place, then there is no thought comes up whether spray is happening, not happening, this, that. No one is asking that question. Sugarcane, which is a tall crop. When the sugarcane crop, you can't spray like that at all, and the sugarcane suffers if the proper, spray doesn't happen on a sugarcane or tall crops. According to us, the whole cropping pattern of the country is going to change. The country, as of now, just produces 2% of global output. We think that India is going to play a very big role in feeding all the mouths that are around. See, this drone as a technology is great. It is established, it has served its purpose, it has been used extensively in Korea and China, not in US and Canada much, because they have huge, large farms and they use still aeroplanes and helicopters, which are very expensive. But since they have them, they are using them. But and they are now figuring out how to give, so they have now allowed with the farmer permission you can spray. So technology is great. Farmer adoption is the problem. That's why you have free drones. I come and help you. So as of now, adoption will happen because of lack of manpower. And also efficiency. 1 acre versus 30 acres in a day. So that efficiency comes in. And when everyone is pushing it, and incidentally, if the tap starts drying up or not.
जी, तो जहाँ तक की बात करें कि अभी तक क्या हुआ, ये शुरू के 5 साल हम बोलते हैं इन्फेंसी स्टेज के, यहाँ पर पक रही है, मतलब ये टेक्नोलॉजी पक रही है, इसमें जो भी रूल्स में भी चेंजेस लाए जा रहे हैं. सो हम उस स्टेज में थे अभी तक जहाँ पर वो एक वर्टिकल टेक ऑफ होना बाकी था. तो अभी हम ऐसे जा रहे थे, अगले 5 साल इस सेक्टर के थोड़ा सा आप ये एंगल को चेंज करेंगे तो ऐसे टेक ऑफ करने की संभावना क्या, इट्स लुकिंग ए रियलिटी नाउ. और उसमें 2-3 चीज़ें इंपॉर्टेंट होने वाली हैं. एक, as India as a country is getting ready to adopt drones, which basically means scale आना शुरू होगा. स्केल आना शुरू होता है तो मतलब जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग भी है वो उस स्केल पे होनी शुरू होगी, जहाँ हम आज एक कॉमन हमारी इंडस्ट्री में भी थोड़ा सा एक रहता है सेंटिमेंट कि हम लोग ज़्यादातर मैन्युफैक्चर नहीं करते, हम असेंबली करते हैं. हम कुछ पार्ट कहीं से ला रहे हैं, कुछ पार्ट कहीं से ला रहे हैं, उनको जोड़ के हम एक ड्रोन बना देते हैं. जो अभी तक का अगर मैं बोलूँ तो 60 to 70% इसमें पूरा ट्रूथ है कि yes, there are companies which are working on partial and there are companies that are working on full scale indigenization. बट जैसे अब ये वॉल्यूम और रिक्वायरमेंट इंडिया के लोगों का ही बढ़ रहा है, हम कंपोनेंट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग की तरफ भी बढ़े आएंगे. तो आपका एक सवाल था कि हम अगले 5 साल में किस तरीके से इवॉल्व होते देखते हैं. एक, हमने एयरक्राफ्ट वाली जर्नी में वो हमने मिस कर दी बोट, हमें जहाज बनाने के मौके भी आए थे, वो हमने मिस कर दिए. पर ड्रोन ऐसी टेक्नोलॉजी है जहाँ इंडिया डेफिनेटली अगले 5 सालों में अपने इंडिजिनाइजेशन के साथ में, कंपोनेंट्स के साथ, बैटरीज के साथ में एक पूरा 100% ड्रोन सोल्यूशन बना सकता है, ना सिर्फ इंडिया के लिए बट इवन फॉर द रेस्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. एंड स्पेशली इसमें कंट्रीज लाइक चाइना जिन्होंने बड़ी लीड ले रखी थी, और बाकी सारी कंट्रीज को डेफिनेटली फ्रॉम मेनी रीजंस इशू हो सकते हैं काम करने के लिए. वहाँ इंडिया एज द नेक्स्ट बेस्ट और इनफैक्ट न्यू बेस्ट बेट कैन ऑल्सो कम इन एंड सर्व दिस फॉर द वर्ल्ड. एंड दूसरी बात रहती है सर्विसेज साइड पे. तो जैसे मैन्युफैक्चरिंग बढ़ रही है और जिस तरीके की हम नोन है सर्विस इकोनॉमी, बिल गेट्स भी आके कहता है, अभी कैंटी में गया मोदी जी के साथ, कह रहे इंडिया तुमको सर्विस पे ध्यान दो. पर हम क्या मानते हैं कि हाँ हम सर्विस तो है ही हैं, पर यार हमारे को, हम जब मैन्युफैक्चर अब अच्छा करना शुरू कर देंगे तो आप हमारे को सिर्फ सर्विस पे मत धकेलो. आप like, you know, you have to treat us, you know, there is a new vision now. So treat us as a new India, which is not only looking at increasing the service scope, but also looking at creating IP-able products within the country. तो 40 बिलियन की डॉलर की मार्केट हम देखते हैं इसकी अभी 2030 तक की, जिसमें 13 बिलियन डॉलर है मैन्युफैक्चरिंग का. ये मैं कोट कर रहा हूँ, मतलब ये इंडस्ट्री कोट्स हैं. देयर आर स्टडीज बीइंग डन बाय, यू नो, EY, McKinsey, जिन्होंने रिपोर्ट्स निकाली हैं, और 27 बिलियन डॉलर की सर्विसेज की यू नो एक इंडस्ट्री का फोरकास्ट किया है 2030 तक. एंड व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट, बट जिस तरीके से किसान ड्रोन रेवोल्यूशन आया, जो आलोक सर भी मेंशन कर रहे हैं, ये नंबर्स कुछ भी दिख सकते हैं, मतलब इसमें हम जीरो शायद लगाने मुश्किल हो जाएंगे अगर जिस तरीके की एडॉप्शन ये हो गई. बिकॉज हम इस टेक्नोलॉजी को ऐसा नहीं देख रहे कि ड्रोन आ गया. आई थिंक दिस विल जस्ट काइंड ऑफ बी देयर हेल्पिंग डिफरेंट, यू नो, बिजनेसेस, हेल्पिंग फार्मर्स, बट जस्ट बी देयर इन द बैक एंड. आपको पता भी नहीं लगेगा, पर आपके निजी जिंदगी, जैसे फोन आपका लाइफ का पार्ट है ना, अगर वो एक लाइफस्टाइल का पार्ट ले लेगा, चाहे जैसे भी तरीके से, तो इसका वॉल्यूम और स्केल तो, यू नो, इज.
लेकिन चिराग
इंडस्ट्री को मैन्युफैक्चरिंग
बाय 2030,
जी जी,
अब उसमें आप जो बता रहे हो रोजगार की जो स्थिति है, मैं राकेश जी से भी सवाल जवाब ले लूंगा. जो रोजगार की स्थिति को लेके कोई सर्वे, कोई रिपोर्ट ऐसा है कि कितने रोजगार पैदा होंगे? क्योंकि कई पैनल इकोनॉमी इस पिछले 10 वर्षों में चीजें सामने आई हैं जो कि लोगों को दिख नहीं रही है, लेकिन वो एक अपने आप बूम साबित हो रहा है.
आपका सवाल बहुत अच्छा है. इनफैक्ट मैं कभी एक उड़ीसा में एक स्किल कॉन्क्लेव हुआ था, वहाँ पे इस बारे में चर्चा भी हुई कि इससे एम्प्लॉयमेंट कहाँ पर कितनी होनी चाहिए. तो इसका मैं आपको नंबर नॉट बाय मार्केट रिपोर्ट्स, पर मैं आपको एक मैथ्स के फॉर्मूला से जैसे देते हैं. मान लीजिए 3 लाख ड्रोन है जो अगले, या इस केस में 6 लाख ड्रोन भी मान के चलते 3 लाख ड्रोन है अगले 3 साल में जो मार्केट में जाने. अब उन 3 लाख ड्रोन्स को उड़ाने के लिए एक पायलट, को पायलट थी, तो 6 लाख नौकरी तो वहां की आ गई. उसके बाद हर 2 या 3 ड्रोन पे हमारा अपना स्टडी है, एक टेक्नीशियन बिठाना जरूरी रहता है. तो 2 से 3 लाख को टेक्नीशियन भी हो गए. ये सिर्फ नंबर्स मैं अज्यूम कर रहा हूँ, मेरा बेस नंबर 3 लाख है, तो आप उस हिसाब से मल्टीप्लाई देख लीजिए जो बाकी चेन आती है. आप ऐसे ही अब उसमें जो
But you should have some concrete figures just for the give the narration and just for the propagation and the market orientation.
करेक्ट सर. तो मैं नंबर्स को डिराइव कर रहा हूँ इन टर्म्स ऑफ बेस वॉल्यूम, बट अगर आलोक सर के पास में इसका स्पेसिफिक
मेरे
नंबर
पास
है,
नहीं, मैं कुछ और बताना, क्योंकि मैं होलिस्टिक ज़्यादा चलता हूँ उसमें, ऊपर से देख के आना है ना, हेलीकॉप्टर व्यू. तो उस हेलीकॉप्टर व्यू में आज आप एग्रीकल्चर रेवोल्यूशन देखना चाह रहे हैं, वो एक कंपल्शन भी है. यू नो, वी आर गोइंग टू सेव टन्स ऑफ फॉरेन एक्सचेंज एंड टन्स ऑफ सब्सिडी मनी, एग्रीकल्चर अडॉप्शन, एंड इन एडिशन कि वो जो अच्छा काम करेगा एग्रीकल्चर से, वो यील्ड अच्छी आएगी, पर एकड़ आपको क्रॉप ज़्यादा मिलेगी, डिजीज़ कम होगी, वो सब तो सारे साइड बेनिफिट्स हैं. उसके अलावा हिंदुस्तान में सिर्फ 17,000 पुलिस स्टेशन है. आप समझिए कि एक नया फर्स्ट रिस्पॉन्डर के लिए ड्रोन खड़ा होने वाला है. ड्रोन खड़ा होने वाला है, भाई मैं आ गया, तुम मुझे उड़ाकर देख लो. अभी थोड़े दिन पहले एक छोटी सी मैं आपको बात बता रहा था, अभी मैंने जिक्र भी किया था. हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर कुछ केदारनाथ का देखना चाहते थे, तो एक बीच में बात आई कि भाई हमको केदारनाथ जाना है, उसका बताओ क्या होना है. तो ऐसे ही उनके कुछ दिमाग में आ गया, यार मैं केदारनाथ क्यों जाऊँ, ऐसा करो वहाँ ड्रोन उड़ाओ, मैं यहीं से देख लेता हूँ, मेरे पास समय नहीं है अभी जाने का, पर मेरा देखने का बहुत इंटरेस्ट है वहाँ पे. थोड़े दिन जब ये रिलीफ का काम चल रहा था, मुझे वहाँ से दिखा दो. वो वहाँ से उन्होंने ड्रोन उड़ाया और वो दिखा दिया, कह रहे ये तो कितने पैसे बच गए. मैं जाता, ये करता, वहाँ पहुँचता, वो करता, और जब तक मैं पहुँचता सारी सड़कें ठीक हो जाती हैं, ये हो जाता, वो हो जाता है. असल की सिचुएशन भी मुझे पता नहीं चली. और मंत्रियों को भी सबको बुला के बोला, सुनो ये तुम क्या करते हो, प्रोजेक्ट मॉनिटरिंग का काम यहीं से बैठ के करो, डैशबोर्ड बनाओ अपने ऑफिस के अंदर, सब जगह ड्रोन उड़ाओ. तो आप ये समझिए ये क्या होने वाला. एक हमारे को सज्जन मिले,
गुजरात में ऑलरेडी 4-5 वर्ष हो रहा है ड्रोन का काम,
मैं
बता रहे हैं.
नहीं, मैं कुछ और कहना चाह रहा हूँ. एक सज्जन हमारे को मिले कि यार अच्छा ये तो आप ड्रोन, इलेक्शन का समय था, तो बोले यार एक इलेक्शन, अरे एक काम करो, ड्रोन के नीचे भोपू लगा दो, मैं ऑटो रिक्शा क्यों चलाऊंगा, मैं साला ड्रोन ही उड़ाऊंगा. तो क्या बदल कैसे कैसे काम होने वाला है, आप अंदाजा नहीं लगा सकते. तो एम्प्लॉयमेंट और अडॉप्शन आप अंदाजा ही नहीं लगा सकते कि क्या होने वाला है. आपको बताएं, ड्रोन पॉन्ड के अंदर, लाइव पॉन्ड के अंदर फिश गिन सकता है, फॉरेस्ट का पेड़ गिन सकता है. आप समझिए कितने काम कर सकता है ड्रोन, वो अभी अनइमेजिनेबल. सो कितने काम होगा, क्या अडॉप्शन होगी. जो एक बड़ी काम और होने वाला है, जो वर्ल्ड में रेगुलेशन नहीं है अभी, वर्ल्ड तैयारी कर रहा है उसकी, सिर्फ हिंदुस्तान ही. हिंदुस्तान तो आगे है, वो है बियॉन्ड विजुअल लाइन ऑफ साइट, जो चिराग ने भी जिक्र किया. जब एक बार टेक्नोलॉजी अवेलेबल है, ड्रोन अवेलेबल है जो ज़्यादा दूर तक जा सकता है। हमने उड़ाया ड्रोन गंगा के ऊपर, हमने अभी पिछले एक्सपेरिमेंट किया बिहार के अंदर, वहाँ पे वो नकली दारू बनती है गंगा के अंदर, तो वहाँ पे एक्साइज डिपार्टमेंट ने हमको बुलाया कि यार हमारे लिए एक काम कर दो कि ये यार तुम यहाँ उड़ा के देख दो, क्योंकि जब तक हम वहाँ पहुँचते हैं तब तक वो गंगा में डाल देते हैं और हमारा कुछ पता तो चलता नहीं। हमने अपना बोट से ड्रोन उड़ाया 100 किलोमीटर, 100 किलोमीटर और वहीं से फीड देता था कि ये देखो यहाँ पे बन रही है, जिसको काम करना करो। उन्होंने पिछले 30 साल में इतनी दारू नहीं पकड़ी जो 3 महीने में पकड़ ली। वो अलग बात है, वो हमारे को कहा तुम जाओ यार तुम ज़्यादा पकड़ रहे हो, वो एक अलग सब्जेक्ट हो गया, वो एक अलग सब्जेक्ट हो गया। वो आई डोंट वांट टू गो इनटू दैट, बट हैविंग सेड दैट व्हाट आई एम सेइंग इज द अपॉर्चुनिटीज आर टू मेनी। अब आप सोचिए ये, और आप ये तो एक ड्रोन वाला हो गया, एक आदमी उसको चिराग ने बताया एक असिस्टेंट हो गया, कई कल को एक ड्राइवर मिलेगा, एक वो बेस स्टेशन वाला आदमी चाहिए। तो नंबर अपॉर्चुनिटीज बहुत ज़्यादा हैं। 10 लाख का नंबर बहुत कन्वीनियंट नंबर है, तो सारे लोग बोलते हैं 10 लाख तो होगा ही, पर मेरे हिसाब से तो शायद ज़्यादा ही होगा। पर एज ऑफ नॉट ड्रोन अडॉप्शन के ऊपर डिपेंड करेगा, ठीक है ना। मैंने कहा थोड़ा सा फ्लेवर कि क्या और एम जंजन में ब्लड सैंपल ऑर्गन ये पहुंचाओ उसको ड्रोन के साथ। सो वो जो आप कह रहे थे ना वो कॉरिडोर्स लैंड रोड कॉरिडोर्स का तो समय ओवर होने वाला है। सो दिस विल ऑल बी डन। सिर्फ क्या है, मैंने आपको बताया अभी विजुअल लाइन ऑफ साइट तक जब तक चलता है तब तक ड्रोन अलाउड है, बाकी एक्सपेरिमेंटल स्टेज वो स्पेशल परमिशन लेके काम होता है। देखिए हिंदुस्तान अगस्त 2000, ये आज हम ड्रोन की बातें ज़्यादा इसलिए कर पा रहे हैं कि एक बहुत बड़ा बदलाव आया था अगस्त 2021 के अंदर। अगस्त 2021 में जो चिराग ने जो 5 फॉर्म्स की बात की थी, उसके साथ आज की तारीख में आज हिंदुस्तान में 800 से ऊपर ड्रोन की कंपनी हैं, 800 से ऊपर। वो आज की तारीख में इसलिए एग्जिस्ट करती हैं क्योंकि उस टाइम पर यह हुआ, पहले पूरा हिंदुस्तान बंद था परमिशन लेने के लिए। जैसे चिराग ने बताया 24-25 परमिशन लेनी पड़ती थी, 7-7, 8-8 महीने लग जाते थे, तब तक प्रोजेक्ट खत्म हो जाया करता था। उस टाइम पर हिंदुस्तान में 3 कैटेगरी के जोन्स बना दिए गए। एक बनाया ग्रीन जोन, 90% से ऊपर हिंदुस्तान में यह डिक्लेयर किया गया अब आपको ड्रोन उड़ाने के लिए कोई परमिशन नहीं लेनी, आपका ड्रोन लीगल होना चाहिए, मैन्युफैक्चर्ड बाय अ लीगल मैन्युफैक्चरर, और आपके पास रिमोट पायलट सर्टिफिकेट जो ट्रेनिंग का है। तो किसी को भी ड्रोन उड़ाना है उसके पास ये ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस समझो या पायलटिंग लाइसेंस उसके पास होना जरूरी है। आपके पास ये 2 चीज़ें तो 90% हिंदुस्तान में आप अपना ड्रोन ले जाकर आराम से उड़ा सकते हो, बट 2 किलोमीटर तक, 2 किलोमीटर के बियॉन्ड आपको अलाउड नहीं उसको उड़ाना। तो उस टाइम पर, और बाकी का 10% को भी उन्होंने कहा येलो जोन, इनर येलो, आउटर येलो एंड रेड जोन, उसमें भी आप उड़ा सकते हो जैसे एयरपोर्ट, बट आपको परमिशन लेके उड़ाना, कुछ जगह पे परमिशन लेके उड़ाना। तो इससे क्या हुआ, ये सारा ड्रोन अडॉप्शन का गेम चेंज हो गया है। जो इस वक्त हम इतना इसमें देख रहे हैं, इतनी हरकत ड्रोन इंडस्ट्री में, उसमें उस जो रिलैक्सेशन आया उस रेगुलेशन का बहुत बड़ा रोल है। विजुअल लाइन ऑफ साइट की ट्रेनिंग कैसे की जाए और उसको कैसे चलाया जाए, हम भी कर रहे हैं। तो आप ये समझे ये रियलिटी होने ही वाली है।
ये जैसा एयरक्राफ्ट लुकिंग जो आप ड्रोन देख रहे हैं, एक लेफ्ट में आपको फिक्स विंग दिख रहा होगा,
ये उड़ रहा था वो बिहार में।
तो ये ऐसे टाइप के ड्रोन्स बियॉन्ड विजुअल लाइन ऑफ साइट केपेबल हैं। इशू बस यही आता है कि जब आप ऐसा कोई क्रिटिकल चीज लेके जा रहे हैं और अगर वो ड्रोन इनफ टेस्टेड नहीं है, उसका कम्युनिकेशन लिंक एस्टैब्लिश सही नहीं है, तो वो क्रिटिकल ऑर्गन है, वो बीच में कहीं इधर उधर गुम हो गया या कुछ हो गया, देन इट्स अ रिस्क, राइट, बोथ टू द पर्सन यू कैन सेव योर लाइफ फॉर, जिसके काम के लिए गया और वो बीच में ही अटक गया या रुक गया, तार में फंस गया। सो it's basically the ecosystem, the technology is existing, but the infra and also how you can track it and how you can make sure कि वो कनेक्टेड रहे, आपका ड्रोन हमेशा आपसे कनेक्टेड रहे, ये ट्रैक होना, लाइव फीड पे आपके प्लेटफॉर्म पे आना, वो बहुत साथ में जरूरी है। एंड दैट्स व्हाट द रेगुलेटर इज आल्सो आस्किंग इंडस्ट्री कि आप लोग तैयार हैं, अगर आप लोग तैयार हैं तो हम पॉलिसी भी निकालते हैं। तो ये साथ
एक आपको और ऐड करना चाहूँगा आप लोगों की जानकारी का, क्योंकि आप लोग ड्रोन कवर करेंगे अभी फ्यूचर में। एक ऑल ओवर वर्ल्ड एकदम जैसे कहते हैं ना सैंक्टिटी वाली एक सीलिंग है, जिसको बोलते हैं 400 फीट की सीलिंग, 120 मीटर सीलिंग। सो ऑल द ड्रोन्स can without permission even in India can go civil drones, we are not talking about defense drone, वो 400 फीट की ऊंचाई होगा। और 400 फीट की ऊंचाई का बेसिकली मतलब यह है वो टावर से ऊंचा हो गया, जो ये यूटिलिटी टावर्स हैं टेलीकॉम के, हाई टेंशन वायर्स के, इन सबसे ऊपर, पेड़ों से ऊपर या उससे ऊपर उड़ता है, हेलीकॉप्टर से नीचे उड़ता है, उसके साथ ताकि उसका इंटरफेरेंस ना हो। सो एक स्वीट स्पॉट है 400 मीटर। तो हम ये कहते हैं कि जो काम भी जमीन पे होता था, अब सड़क 400 फीट ऊपर उड़ गई है। और अब जो आप सोच सकते हो वो हो सकता है। उसके अलावा उसके ऊपर आप आंखें लगा दो या पेलोड लगा दो, तो क्या है वो आपका सैटेलाइट का भी काम बना। तो ड्रोन इंडस्ट्री 3 इंडस्ट्री के साथ compete करेगी गोइंग फॉरवर्ड। सैटेलाइट इंडस्ट्री, एरोप्लेन एंड हेलीकॉप्टर, उसका अनमैन्ड जल्दी आ जाए, एंड रोड इंडस्ट्री, मीन्स ऑल दी ट्रांसपोर्टेशन इंडस्ट्री। सो ट्रांसपोर्टेशन इंडस्ट्री, एयरक्राफ्ट इंडस्ट्री एंड सैटेलाइट इंडस्ट्री, एंड ये बीच में आके बैठ गया ड्रोन अपनी दुनिया बसाने के लिए। दैट्स हाउ इट इज गोइंग टू वर्क।
नहीं है। सो वी आर थिंकिंग, हमने जब कुछ एक टिप टेस्ट किया था तो उसमें पता लगा थर्ड ग्रेडर से ये टेक्नोलॉजी को आप इंट्रोड्यूस कर सकते हैं। जैसे वो बता रहे थे, सो आवर दिस इज लेट्स से मिनी ड्रोन सॉकर बॉल। इवेंचुअली वी आइडियली मैं नॉर्मल ड्रोन भी बच्चों को पढ़ाना हम सिखा सकते थे, पर हम उनको स्पोर्ट की तरह इंट्रोड्यूस कराना चाह रहे हैं। तो ऐसे ही किसी चीज़ को बनाएंगे, इसी को वो कोड कर सकते हैं। देयर इज अ प्रोग्राम दैट वी देयर इज अ सॉफ्टवेयर यू कैन प्रोग्राम ऑन, एंड देन यू कैन आल्सो ट्वीक योर सॉफ्टवेयर टू ट्यून के कैसे उड़ेगा, जिससे आप फिर फ्लाई भी कर सकते हैं। सो एजुकेशन वर्टिकल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम थर्ड ग्रेड।
एवरीथिंग हैज प्रॉस एंड कॉन्स। तो एक जैसे यंगस्टर्स के साथ ऐसा होता है कि दैट कुछ नया देखा उन्होंने, कुछ अलग तरीके से करना चाहते हैं, तो आप इसको कैसे सेव कर सकते हैं कि वो गलत चीज़ें ना करें इसे?
सो इन टर्म्स ऑफ इस टेक्नोलॉजी को गलत तरीके से यूज़ ना करें। सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल जो हम बात कर रहे हैं स्कूल्स कॉलेजेस में, दैट्स प्रीटी रूडिमेंट्री। ये तो मतलब 4-5 मिनट में उड़ के खत्म हो जाता है, राइट? तो इसमें देयर इज नॉट मच दैट यू कैन डू एंड दे कैन कैरी मच वेट। बट लाइक एनी अदर टेक, इवन आप हम जैसे बड़े ड्रोन्स की बात करते हैं, मैनी पीपल हैव टॉक्ड अबाउट दिस, राइट? कि अरे ये ड्रोन तो, एंड वी हियर वो बॉर्डर पे भी कि वो ड्रग्स आ रहे हैं, मशीनरी है। सो आई थिंक ऑल टेक्नोलॉजीज हैव देयर ओन प्लसेस एंड माइनसेस। वो जब हमारा पुलवामा हुआ था तो वैन में ही इतना सारा एमिनेशन डाल दिया था, तो पर ये बात नहीं हुई कि अगले दिन से गाड़ियाँ बंद करनी चाहिए। सो ऑफ कोर्स देयर विल बी हीरोज, देयर विल बी नोटोरियस एलिमेंट्स। So we, the technology won't stop notorious elements from doing what they intend to do. But the good guys and the pros outweigh the cons much more. Hence we are looking at it from that perspective.